Hi guys, Farmer Nick here. Today I'm going to give you a really brief introduction to the concept of sustainability. Sustainability has long been an ambiguous term used kind of like a catchphrase when we don't have more descriptive language when we're in conversations about things surrounding the environment. And so I want to dispel some of that by giving you an idea of what sustainability is through the lens of agriculture. And so when I think about sustainability, I think about meeting human needs in the present without compromising human needs in the future. And so this means that we need to integrate our human practices with the ecological supports that promote life on the planet. And so the way that we're going to be exploring this today is by looking at the cilantro plant over here and seeing what this cilantro plant can actually teach us about the concept of sustainability. Now, for a very long time now, modern agriculture has had really destructive effects on the environment. Anything from monocropping to heavy tillage on the land has really destroyed that land for prolonged use. And so we're trying to use practices here at Denver Green School that actually promote the longevity of our soil so that we can use it for many, many, many years to come. And so the way that we can look at this with this cilantro plant is the fact that this cilantro plant is now flowering and producing seeds because it's feeling stressed out from the added heat. And because of this, we can now collect the cilantro seeds so that we can use them for future seasons. And not only will we use them for future seasons, but as you'll see here, we're also going to use these seeds in our aquaponics system. Now, an aquaponics system is a really, really good example of sustainable practices because an aquaponics system actually allows us to prolong our season into the winter months. This means that we can make food even when the environmental conditions for producing food aren't really great. And so we're going to harvest these cilantro seeds, use them in our aquaponics system, and explore what the aquaponics system can actually give back to the garden here outside. We have these cilantro branches that have dried out, and now I'm going to pluck the seeds from this bush, and we'll leave a lot of the cilantro plant to actually reseed itself out here. And so as the weather gets cooler, hopefully it'll reseed itself and start sending up cilantro again for us outside. And I'm gonna take these seeds inside to our aquaponics system. All right guys, so now we're inside with our aquaponics systems, and the plants have kind of run amok in our absence from the building due to COVID-19. So now it's time to reestablish what is called the biofilter. The way that this system works is that in order for the plants to grow, they need some sort of nutritious substance on which to feed. And that is actually the waste that is generated by the fish down below here. And so what the plants do in turn is filter the water so that the fish can continue to live in healthy water. And so since these plants are now dying because we haven't been able to tend to them, it's time to use our cilantro seeds that we harvested outside, inside. And so now we're gonna have a fresh supply of cilantro through the winter months, hopefully, until it goes to seed again, and we'll harvest those seeds once again. So I'm going to scatter these seeds in here, and hopefully in a few days, we'll have them sprout and start producing cilantro for us. All right, so I just dispersed the seeds into the aquaponic systems, and some of you may be wondering, how is this an example of sustainability? The way I look at it is this: we have a really diverse set of plants outside that are contributing a host of different nutrients to the soil profile that in turn allows us to have many different microorganisms in our soil that make it really healthy and make the exchange of nutrients really easy. And so we're not depleting the soil of any single nutrient that is so commonplace with monoculture. And so by doing this, we establish a really great seed bank from which to use for our indoor planting systems. And so now we're making food in the winter where we could otherwise not. And we can also harvest fish as a result of this. So this is really increasing our food security and giving us really great access to fresh food where we don't have to source it from so many miles away. And in that transportation process, it loses significant nutritional value. So this is a really good example of sustainability. The last thing that we could do is we could actually use the water that feeds these plants as fertilizer outside, which at some point I will demonstrate for you guys. And so these systems can feed each other, and it's really, really, really wonderful when everything is in sync like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please stay tuned for our video next week. Thanks, guys.